Hey everyone, come pancake my Pointe shoes with me. So I'm going to use some paper towels and I'm using this e.l.f. foundation. Don't freak out, it is expired. That's the only reason I keep my old foundation is for this purpose. It just saves me money and it makes me feel better about not wasting any product. So yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can do this. There's this thing called Pointe paint. I don't really like it though because it does make the shoe kind of shrink and it makes it fit kind of funny on my foot. I'm just super particular about it. I know it works for a lot of other people, but I just don't like the Pointe paint. There is actual Pancake makeup you can get, but that's also kind of expensive and I feel like foundation is a cheaper option. There's also just more color variations if you just use the foundation. This one's kind of an older one though, like I said, so it was a little bit dark, but don't worry, it is summer and I am hyperpigmented, so I tan really, really easily, so that shouldn't be a problem. Another thing I would do if I was trying to get a really, really exact match, like say for a show, these ones are just for rehearsal and for class, so I don't really care that much if they are not an exact skin tone match. But if you get shoe whitener and then put half of your foundation in there, it comes out really, really nicely and reacts super well with this satin, the pink satin. It just gives it a little bit more of a realistic vibe. It's also a good way to save on foundation if you, like, for example, have a super dark one and it just needs to be a little bit lighter. Instead of having to buy a whole new one, you can just do shoe whitener, which is super, super cool. Yet another instance where I would also use the shoe whitener is if I was pancaking my shoes pink. So pancaking is also just another term for when dancers put either fabric dye or foundation or some sort of makeup or some sort of paint on the shoe to dull the brightness. Satin is very, very shiny and a lot of directors just don't really like that look under the stage lights, so they make us pancake our shoes. But the pair I'm doing right now is nude. So yeah, I don't know. The shoe whitener is a wonderful thing. That's the lesson learned here. So for pancaking your shoes pink, you would use calamine lotion. And again, that ratio is still just the same. It's 1:1. So dump out half of your shoe whitener and then dump in half of the pink calamine lotion. All right, now that I've gotten most of the big surface areas on my shoes covered, I always put them on my feet like I'm doing here to kind of touch up the rest because the satin will stretch a little bit more after it's been sewn if it's actually on your foot. So it's easier to get into all those little crevices. So that's kind of what I'm doing right here. Side note, I love prepping my Pointe shoes, whether that's breaking them in or sewing them or pancaking them tan or pink. It's just really kind of therapeutic. Do not put Pancake on the tip of your shoes or you will slip and fall on your face. That's why I have these suede tips on my shoes that I added on, and I do not foundation those. The main reason for pancaking your shoes tan is to match your skin tone in your legs because it extends your line, and that was a problem back in the day when ballet first started because the only dancers who were really getting noticed were the white European dancers, and so that's why everything was made European pink or white. But nowadays it's more acceptable for everyone to have a different skin tone, so yay, we love not being racist.